Hello and welcome to Saints TV for our 2025-26 Ladies Major Singles Final. Of course, the winner of this game will be going on to represent the mighty Saints at the State Champion of Champions Singles. Should be a cracker of a game. Today we have Britt Camp and Natasha Russell fighting it out in our ladies final. Your marker is Dawn Heyman. And joining me in commentary is one of our great long-serving members, Board of Director Extraordinaire, Peter Foster. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. They've gone down the long list and finally found my name. There are a lot of people away today and others are playing, so I think they've gone for the Z team.
Yeah, it was only 11 that were unavailable, if it makes you feel any better.
Yeah, that's good.
Now, welcome, Dad. Should be a good game, this. Both players played very well in this morning's semi-finals, so if they can replicate that form today, we should be in a cracker.
Yeah. They've learnt throughout the pennant season. They had a pennant season with me, so I've rubbed off on them.
So Natasha Russell with the blue bowls coming down now, just playing the backhand, which is the wider of the two hands going in this direction, and of course Britt Camp with the pink bowls. What would you say the green's running, Peter?
I don't know. You played this morning. Probably about...
You got more idea than me then.
15.
Yeah, about 15 seconds. 15. So it's just starting to pick up a little bit now.
Perfect conditions. No breeze at all.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, and a good correction there from Britt. Yeah, perfect bowling conditions. Hardly a cloud in the sky. Not much wind at all. Just a little hint of a breeze coming from right to left as you're looking at the screen at the moment, but not a huge amount, is it, Butters?
No, considering what we've had over the last couple of weeks, it's perfect conditions today.
Sure is. Yesterday we played with all the opening rounds of this ladies singles. Their last 16 and quarter final, and it was very windy yesterday. In particular, yesterday morning made for some interesting heads and some interesting bowls, that's for sure. So it's been a bit of a battle of the elements up until this stage. So I'm sure both ladies will be very pleased to see that wind just dying down fractionally. Britt doesn't really want the jack here. Depends if she stays with this. Well, she may have given that away, I dare say. Get some confirmation from our marker, Dawnie Heyman, a 6-time club singles champion here herself. So, as she says, 1 to Natasha Russell. A bit stiff there, Dad.
Yeah, very good bowl. Just a little bit quick.
And, missing to the right area there, Natasha. Not counting, but in a very valuable spot considering she's last bowl at this end. And if I was Britt, I'd be staying there, but it's just trying to draw down, play the same bowl. Only got to touch her bowl to get shot, and if you can sneak past, that's also a nice home.
Yeah, she's found the line there with the first 3 bowls, so playing the same shot should be the way to go.
Of course, Brittany, fresh off playing for the New South Wales under-25 Blues during the week up at Tweed Heads against our Queensland friends. So she's had plenty of bowls this week, Butters, and you're up there with the team being chairman of selectors and one of the managers. Probably similar pace green, really, maybe a tad slow, but lost wind as well, so I think that's probably put her in good stead for this week, actually. Similar conditions to what the New South Wales Blues faced up at Tweed Heads.
No, Britt did a very good job skipping one of the rinks in the under-25s. Showed pretty good composure considering it was tough conditions and the opponents were quite good.
So she is staying on the back end, just trying to replicate the same bowl, touch her own bowl or sneak around it with good speed. She's not a mile away here.
Classy shot.
That is a great bowl. It's a great shot from Britt Camp. We'll see a little bit of weight now from Natasha Russell. Would love to get her front bowl through the jack. That's what she's after. Oh, she's awfully close as well. Just wants this onto the jack now. Oh, that's highly unlucky.
2.
Well,
pretty good first end.
I was just about to say that. You took the words out of my mouth. Fantastic first end. A little bit unfortunate there from Tash Russell, but a brilliant draw shot there from Brittany Camp with her last bowl, and she scores a 2.
I think that'll be the name of the game. You'll have Britt drawing a lot and playing very good draw shots. And you've got Natasha, who's got a very, very good on-shot on her.
She does, and she likes to use it as well.
Yeah.
She's got a good runner, and she generally plays fairly aggressive.
Yep.
Those who know Tash knows that she plays third in our top team here at St John's Park Ladies, and she plays either third or skip in our Open Gender Ones team as well as skipping the development team for New Zealand. So she's certainly known as a bit of a back-end player, and she likes to utilise those on-shots that she possesses, that's for sure. Whereas Britt, probably the opposite really, she leads in almost everything, outside of the New South Wales Blues on 25s where she skips, but she plays a lot of lead bowls, so you'll see her just peppering the jack just like this. Well, just running away slightly on that wide side. You'll notice that both players will probably stick to this side of the green, which is the opposite side to where our clubhouse is. Normally a little bit wider and a little bit truer on that side.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see too much change of length either. It'll be they seem to stick to the minimums to the half length rather than going the ditch to ditch type of thing. Those that know St John's Park try to stick away from the club side.
And a good correction here from Brett. Just running through a bit in a handy home. You'll notice just to the left-hand side of our screen we do have some other games on. So that is our men's major singles quarterfinals. So you can see young Joseph Clark versus our head greenkeeper Adam Troth on that nearest rink. Thomas Webb up against Beau Prideaux, one of our brand new members. Brad Donaldson taking on... Thomas Webb's playing Bryce... I've got this the wrong way around. Beau Prideaux's playing Thomas Webb, sorry. Yep. Cameron Cooper against Ross Craig, and Brad Donaldson against...
it's Ross Copman. But
Ross Copman, sorry. I've got it all completely wrong.
Jared Beath against Brad Donaldson.
Well, guess what? We got 4 games of bowls on, and that's awesome.
Jared's our defending champion. He's still going, so...
A great shot here from Brett. Oh, a little touch on the jag. Might have made 3 of that.
Back to the main game anyway.
So just to clarify, Ross Copman against Cameron Cooper, Jared Beath against Brad Donaldson, Beau Prideaux against Thomas Webb, and on that rank just to the left of our screen, Joseph Clark against Adam Troth, and just a little bit heavy there, Butters.
Britt, a chance for I think she's probably holding 2. A chance to make a 4 here.
So a little bit of room here for Britt. While she's chasing it, just urging this one to run right up to the jack now. Oh, it's a fraction short, but it does count. It's at least 3. Tash needs this one to stop. Just pulls up, it could be close.
It's her best one. She's drawn shot.
Yeah, fantastic correction there. So good bounce back there from Tash Russell. She's on the board. Brittany Camp leads 2 shots to 1. Who's your tip here, Peter?
That's a good question. They've both had good wins along the way. Natasha this morning beaten Erin Swatridge, and Britt beating Brianna Smith, so they're both in good form. I think I'll go with a little bit more experience from Natasha, I guess, internationally and that. So. She reigning Australian pairs champion, are they? Was it last year or the year before with Dawn?
Yeah, not sure if it was the most
No,
recent one or the
no,
one
yeah,
before.
one
I'm not
before.
entirely sure. Yeah, leading up for Dawnie Hayman and that.
Club pairs runner-up last weekend.
Tash just after a correction here, she's corrected her line, just a little bit less weight. So chance here for Britt to jump on. Just after a clear road now. Well, she's going to tackle on that last bowl. A bit of weight there, just under the line. And it will go that hand, won't it, Peter? It's quite a wide hand in both directions.
Yeah, it gets away late if you are under. Tasha's running a little bit.
Well, she's done well.
Good shot.
Just enough for shot. Don't think Tasha's much on here but a draw herself. Let's try and make the correction. And just pushing through again. So that'll be... Oh, Britt's got a bowl left, sorry. So a chance to double up here. She's a good weight her last two bowls. She'd love to just throw this a fraction wider, Peter, and not flirt with that jack too much.
Same bowl, you'd be very happy. Looks good line. Just going a little.
So that'll be one further shot to Britt Camp. She extends her lead 3 shots to 1. We might take this chance to just have a look at the road on which these two girls made it through to the final. We'll bring up our draw. So there it is. So you can see Britt Camp right up the top of the draw. Defeated Karen Lowell 25-20 before defeating Jasmine Smith 25-16. And then as you alerted earlier on, defending champion Brianna Smith 25-18 to book her spot in this afternoon's final. And Natasha Russell right down the other side of the draw, defeating Cindy Williams 25-24, and that one come down to the last bowl. Down game, she drew the shot with her final bowl. Defeating Susie Simmons 25-15, and then this morning defeating Erin Swatridge 25-12. As you said, two really good wins there for these ladies this morning against two quality players, two current state players, and one of them being a Jackaroo as well. So definitely got some form coming into this game. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, it's good for both girls trying to establish themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, Britt, as you said, a sort of a firmish member in our under 25 Blues team, but looking to take it to the next level. I'm sure she'd love to break into that state team over the next few years, and obviously a tough team to get into, but she'd love to get a few wins and, you know, going a long way in a state champions would certainly help towards that.
Yeah, you got to win these events to get yourself in front of selectors, and to put when you do put your EOI in, you've got these nice little things that you've written down that you've won,
And then of course Tash on the flip side of this game, trying to make the New Zealand team as well. She's found herself in the squad of the Blackjacks, and she's played in the development New Zealand team for the last couple of Trans-Tasmans. Of course, she would love to get a big title on her resume as well, to break into that Kiwi team as well.
she's off to Hong Kong for the pairs, I think.
She is.
Yeah.
She is representing New Zealand over there. Just chucking out there a little too wide. Good piece of speed. So it still remains one to Britt.
Change of hand for Natasha.
Oh, she's on a fairly decent line here. It's all down to her running.
Just going to run out of speed.
So both ladies just trying to find the way. The first end was extremely good, but since then both ladies just scrapping around slightly, trying to get the pace of the green. As we said, it would be a little bit quicker than when they did play their semi-final this morning. They did play on this green, but in the other direction. So a couple of bowls in the area here. No one absolutely nailing it on this end just yet. Britt would love to get a closer shot here and really apply pressure. Staying on the forehand.
Just on the high side again. Do you think Dawn's got much experience of marking?
Certainly not in our club singles,
No.
that's for sure. Just urging this one to run as well. It's not going to. So that'll be another one to Britt Camp. Extend to lead 4 shots to 1. No, I don't think so. Well, Dawny, as we said earlier, Dawn won 6 club singles in a row, and then made the final last year, going down to Brianna Smith. So when you keep winning, obviously you don't have to
You
mark.
don't have to mark a lot, no.
So, and obviously it's great of her to come and actually mark this final as well.
Well, she does have her fiance over there playing, so.
You're saying she doesn't want to watch him? So as you said earlier, Peter, just playing that similar length, that mat up a fair way. Mat up about 5 or 6 metres, and the jack somewhere around that tee. Both girls really like playing that length.
Tasha on a good line if she's arriving. She's just left it a little bit short as well. Slight overcorrection from Britt.
Yeah, just a bit unders and overs there. So Britt Camp, for those that might be interested, Britt Camp using Taylor SRs or SRVs, GTRs, sorry. Taylor GTRs size 3 and Natasha Russell using Henselite XG's size 3 also. Just looking for her correction here, Britt. Just on a good enough line if her weight's okay. And it is good enough for now. Well, Tash changing her hand out to the tighter of the two sides. That'll be lucky to get back, I think. Oh, to pull down to her weight though. Her weight looks pretty good.
Starting to rip home now.
Wow, that is a good shot. Good change over there from Tash. Might see a change as well from Brittany.
We'll probably see a little bit of unders and overs and a little bit of spread heads early, because I think these girls are probably a little bit nervous. Big club championship.
Absolutely, and yeah, they both haven't won a club singles here before.
No.
Probably, I think, first time in the final for both of them as well. So, and a good change here as well.
Unlucky.
So, Dawny Hayman, our marker, just confirming. Still 1 to Natasha Russell. Yeah, certainly no strangers to big games. They're both club pairs winners, and both played plenty of representative bowls over the last few years. But as far as it comes to club singles, and singles can be a bit of a lonely game as well at times. Everyone always wants to get that first club singles. It's something that if you've got, you're pretty happy you got it, and if you haven't got it, it's always something on the bucket list. So both of these girls would
They may have won
adore.
club singles at their previous clubs, but winning one here at St John's is a pretty big thing.
So Tash on the back of that, just staying on this tight side. Or tighter of the sides. Still a little bit of turn there, just right at the end. So a big thank you as well to our technician today. So we normally have Anthony Cotty, our sports administrator, doing all the little logistics and camera movements behind the scenes. We had Jared Beath do that for our ladies major pairs last weekend, and today we got Brianna Smith helping us out. So thank you to Brianna for doing all of our little technical things here with all our little gadgets for our live stream today.
Anthony did the setup, but he's now home watching his Bulldogs play.
Great correction here from Natasha. And yes, no good last night, Peter, being a Raiders supporter.
Oh, no, we had a good season. We got found out a little bit last night, so yeah, it is what it is. Your team, the Broncos, put us to the sword last week and tired us out for last night.
Chance to apply some pressure here from Natasha. Britt is unders and overs, so a chance to really nail this and ask questions of Britt. She might have to change her hand again here as well. Good piece of speed, and that's another one. Just forced to change with her own bowl on the running line on the forehand. So switching over to the backhand. Just going to go underneath. Just gave it a chance. Hangs around, it could be third shot. Well, it is. 2 to Natasha Rush. She wastes no time. Straight on the mat. She's played another good bowl here, Peter.
She's pulled the right string by going to that hand this end and certainly found the weight. Brittany just struggling to find that at the moment.
Yeah, just a few too many gaps here to play some weight. Brittle just try and draw this off. She has got a couple of bowls obviously to land the shot or cut it down, but it's effectively a draw shot. Just try and make her correction.
Yeah, either keep the same weight and just adjust your line or try and just draw the shot.
She's certainly in the area. Just needs that connection now.
Unfortunately, as you say, there was a few holes that were there. That'll put Natasha in front now.
So our first big multiple of the game, and Natasha Russell leads 5 shots to 4. And of course, thank you very much for those that are tuning in to our Saints TV, both on Facebook and on our Saints Bowls YouTube channel. Of course, if you do want to see some much more bowls, we will have bowls coming up. We'll have our men's major singles final next Saturday afternoon here on Saints TV. If you do want to have a look back as well on some past games, whether it be Pennant Games, Platinum Pennant Games, or other club championships, just jump on our Saints Bowls YouTube page and catch up on all the action. There's some fantastic games there over the last few years, Butters.
Natasha seems to have found it pretty well now, that change of hand, and settled in.
Yeah, it's funny how you see that. She obviously, as we said earlier, most players will play this wide side, which is the right-hand side as you're looking at now, but she started there and obviously didn't quite like it, but as soon as she's changed over to that other hand, she's certainly found the line straight away.
Yeah, played that good shot, the last end coming this way, and then stayed on that hand going back.
Very good effort there from Britt. Just falling out, just short of getting the shot. Both bowls about 18 inches short of Jack Eye.
You've obviously played a lot of singles and won a lot of singles, but that first bowl in a game of singles is really important, isn't it?
100%, particularly on a day like today as well. As I said, the greens are running very, very nicely. There's a little bit of a hint of wind, but you'll see. A lot of times you find on these, when these greens are about that 15 seconds, it is easy to be a little bit unders and overs. If you can find it with your first bowl, you see it quite often as we did in the previous end, where you find it with your first bowl and you manage to put 2 or 3 or 4 in there and really apply pressure. You don't want to be spraying that first bowl and be scrapping around.
And in any game, you find the centre line, you're making it a lot easier on yourself because you've only got to find your weight then. And it seems as though they're finding the centre line all right. Tasha seems to have found the weight a lot better at the moment.
And she's played another good shot here. This is going to run up right up for the shot. Yeah, another great bowl. And there's that centre line you're talking about, Peter. No targets there for Britt. It's just getting confirmation from our marker, Dawnie Hayman, if it's 2 or 3. I don't think it'll change her shot though, Peter. So it is 3. Just a backhand draw, trying to make her correction. Just under the pace again. Line wasn't too bad. Chance here for Tash. Lying 3. Chance to throw another one in and really ask some questions here at Britt Camp early in this game. Just going through, and that one won't count. What it will do though, Peter, is just a bit of an eye there for Britt, something to just try and drop inside on that backhand.
Just to draw two and make sure she reaches two, and
yeah, just fall inside that bowl and halve that bowl, as they say. Finish halfway between that and the jack, which should be good enough for shot.
yeah, she's having no issues, as I said, finding the line there. It's just a matter of her finding the right weight. Tendency often is, when you're nervous a little bit too, is to drop short.
Yeah, and that's actually a really good one for our budding bowlers watching on, who may be a little bit inexperienced. When you do get in a game like this and you are a little bit nervous, the tendency is to jump up quickly, so make sure you stay down and follow through. Looks like Britt's done that pretty well here. Just needs good weight now. Oh, she's trying awfully hard.
It's a very good shot.
Oh, just hung out there. Oh, it did fall over. We'll see if that's second shot or not.
Measuring 4D shot.
Might measure 4D shot. There you go. Well, it's a good shot regardless then from Britt. So 1 to Natasha Russell. She extends her lead 6 shots to 4. Of course, this being first to 25. And while she didn't get the shot there, it was a good bowl. Certainly cut it down from 3. Got the weight, as you said, that she was just struggling to find early in the end.
And that was the thing. She stayed down on that one. Didn't get up, didn't chase it.
Tash throwing it almost a full length, almost tee to tee.
Yeah, our first change of length. She's nailed it pretty well too to start with. Just travelling a little.
So just a couple of scores from our men's singles quarterfinals. We have Cameron Cooper leading Ross Cotman 7 shots to 2. Jared Beath and Brad Donaldson all locked in at 2 apiece. Thomas Wedd leads Beau Prideaux 8 shots to 3. And Adam Troth leads Joseph Clark 4 shots to 3. Of course, those games as well, 25 up. And we will be bringing you our men's major singles final this time next Saturday here on Saints TV. So please join us for that one.
Britt's decided to change over as well and go on the same side as Natasha.
Not a bad idea, I think. Just going off the last few ends, Tash has managed to find it very well.
Somewhere in the middle of the first two for Natasha, and she'll be right on it. I think this one's struggling a little as well. Right speed.
Yeah, it's going to be good enough
Good
for shot. Good enough for shot. Britt in the area as well. Just needs a connection. And she didn't quite get it this time. Just going a fraction through.
It's a funny hand that, and you get a few little bowls wide, and look at this one, just no chance of turning.
Yeah, you can't go too far outside of that white line. You'll get punished. Oh.
It's been that way for 25 years that I've been here.
Yeah. So Britt staying on the draw. She certainly looks a better line. It's all down to her speed now. Just running out of the legs. So 3 ends on the bounce there for Natasha Russell. Another one. She extends her lead to 7 shots to 4. It looks like that T to T length is something that she's opted with now. She started off with short, same as Britt, but obviously seen something there, going to that tighter side and changing the length. Just getting a little bit caught out there again with a beautiful piece of weight. Of course, Britt Camp, member of St John's Park Bowling Club, but she started up at Glen Innes.
Coldest place in the world that I've ever stopped over.
Yeah. She played all of her juniors up in that general area. Her family obviously resides from that area of the world. Her father Dave works for Telstra up there, and Britt played state juniors for New South Wales and obviously caught the eye of a couple of our board members here at St John's Park, and as of about 3 to 4 years ago, now she lives down here in one of the clubhouses, works at the club, and obviously bowls at the club as well.
Britt's one of our best workers we've got at the club.
One of?
One of, yeah, if not. Does a great job.
She does. Does a manager's role within our kitchen and functions as well, helps out with functions.
Does a great job trying to keep one of our other lawn bowlers in line in the kitchen, and young Joseph Clark.
A great correction here from Britt. Is he one of our loyal best workers too, Butters? No comment. Can you legally say anything to that?
He's the Peter Foster Scholarship holder. I can't say anything legally at this present time.
Well, what we can say is what a great shot there from Natasha Russell. Beautiful touch around the corner for 2.
Do we see a change of hand from Britt? Or does she stick on the forehand on a draw?
Well, I think the draw's on the forehand. She's got some weight on the backhand if she wants to, but looks like she's staying on the forehand. Oh, staying on the draw. Just going underneath it. So Interesting one here for Tash. A couple of Brits bowls can possibly hit up on either hand. She's just asking Dawnie how far short that front bowl on the centre line is, to whether she changes her hand or not. So a little bit worried about that Britt Camp bowl making the change to the wider side, looking to drop inside Britt's last bowl to count. She's going to do enough. That just might be a little bit too inviting here for Britt Camp, Peter. She might play a little bit of weight in here now.
Yeah, I don't think there's any more draw on the forehand, so...
She's got a couple of options. She's got the jack available. The front bowl up through the other two, or if she's... Depending on what hand she chooses to play, she's a little bit off. She can hit the second shot of Tash's and maybe take one or two out. Which wouldn't be a bad result from this head.
Yeah, I think whatever it is, it's ditch weight plus, isn't it?
Yeah, she can get an amazing result with the three bowls. There is a bit of gap between them, but it is available. She certainly can't go any worse, that's for sure. So, having a good think about this one, just composing herself. Looks to be playing backhand. There it is, backhand drive. She's not a mile away here. Looking to collect the front bowl. Well, in the area, good effort, takes one away. She played it about as well as you can do there, Peter. Just didn't get the connection she was after.
If that bowl wasn't there, she gets the jack in the guts, doesn't she? So
we'll add 2 onto the Natasha Russell score, and she extends her lead out to 9 shots to 4. Our biggest lead of the match so far, and Tash now with 4 or 5 ends on the trot.
yeah, Brittany led early 4-2, and now it's Natasha 9-4. Once again, the 3/4 length from Natasha.
Another very good opener.
That's the best starter so far.
It's definitely the key to singles, your first 2 bowls. Getting them close, applying pressure.
Unless we're somebody like you, Ben, that's got a good drive that can get yourself out of trouble consistently. But if you don't, you obviously got to nail it with your first couple.
Britt just chasing that, not wanting to fall short there, just chasing the bowl and jack. Going through to the back of the rink. Good correction here from Brittany. Well, it's come that far. Just to pull up short. Very good second shot. We might see a hand change here from Natasha. Changing over to the forehand, a bit more open there. She can get in there to touch that jack or just rest on her own bowl for another one. She's trying awfully hard. This is a great changeover. Wow, just underneath with beautiful speed.
Do we see the same change from Brittany, or does she stay? Oh, she's going to stay on the backhand.
Well, it hasn't drawn the shot, but what it has done is get another bowl on the head, another second, and Tash, smart thinking here. Is coming in to have a look at this head. Must look vastly different from the mat. Coming down to make her selection of what hand she plays here, Peter. A little bit of danger on both sides now. Britt, of course, does have a pink bowl at the backest of the rink here. Just right at the bottom leftish of your screen. What are you doing here, Peter?
Backhand draw shot.
Well, backhand draw shot it is. It's a very good effort.
Might line the plant up for Brittany now. She can play more weight, obviously.
Yeah, she's just having a look at that plant. It certainly looks like it goes onto the Natasha Russell shot bowl. Should make 2 shots if she gets it.
Anything past that front short one with a yard of weight and she's a chance of scoring. She get the split, it works. Didn't like it straight away.
No, I think she was trying to play just a little more weight than that. Should have enough for shot, but I think she was intending a little more weight than that. Probably had the right line she was intending. So it is another one to Natasha Russell. 10 shots to 4. So just a bit of an around the grounds here for our men's major singles quarterfinals. Cameron Cooper leads Ross Cotman 10 shots to 5. Brad Donaldson leads Jared Beath 8 shots to 4. Thomas Webb leads Beau Prideaux 12 shots to 5. And Joseph Clark leads Adam Troth 9 shots to 4. So we'll just take a look at that first bowl from Natasha Russell. Just on the Back at the rink, about 6 feet behind the jack.
Natasha made the correction with weight, but just left it hanging out a little bit. It's getting nearly a point where Brett needs to win an end very quickly to try and change this length that Natasha's found.
Yeah, absolutely. So 5 or 6 ends on the trot now for Natasha. Brett needs to get that jack bat and get back to her favourite length, which is mat up and jack on the tee.
Yeah, Natasha's found this 3/4 length and on that tighter side, and seems to have settled down a little bit better than Brittany at the moment.
Yeah, just drawing a little more consistently at the moment, which, as we said, is the name of the game. That one just running through, so still 1 to Natasha, but
Important hole bowl here from Britt if she can get the shot.
absolutely, Natasha's been going quite well on this side, but this is probably the worst end she's played for a little while, so a chance here for Britt to jump on and try and get that scoreboard rolling again. And she's played it well.
That's what she needed.
Natasha will try something similar here, just up and over. Chance to turn that bowl out or work off her own second shot back to the jack. I don't think she'll try and play anything too much dissimilar to her last. Just took the weight off. Well, I don't know about you, Peter, but if I'm Britt Camp here, I'm throwing this quite wide. Absolutely no chance I'll be crossing the centre line here.
No, you have that. You have her wing bowl, and that gets you another counter, and you're back to 10-6, and you got the control of the mat again.
Just needs to miss it now, and she's played it well. Oh, just a little tight. Good piece of speed again, but it is 1 nevertheless to Britt Camp, and she stops the run. It's 1 to her side of the score. Natasha Russell now leads 10 shots to 5, and more importantly, if you're a fan of Britt Camp, well, I've called this a bit early. It's